Great to see you again, CAA fans. I'm Bobby Broyles, along with Kelly McCarthy for the women's edition of CAA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. Taking a look back at last week's action, Kelly, the JMU Dukes were able to come away with a convincing win at Hofstra last Friday, and now we're in the driver's seat for the regular season title with only a few weeks remaining in the regular season.
That's right. The Dukes have been on a roll lately, winning 9 straight entering the week, but it hasn't been easy for JMU. They've gutted out some wins, and like the CFC upset of Drexel showed last weekend, anyone can win on any given night.
Turning our attention now to this week's action, beginning in Newark Friday night at 7, it will be College of Charleston, winners of 3 of their last 4 contests, visiting Delaware. Big game for 2 teams looking to get in the top half of the league standings.
That's right. The Cougars have jumped up into 6th place over the last week. They're playing with some confidence and got a big boost with their win over Drexel last Sunday. They're right behind Delaware in the standings, so this will be a key matchup. You also have to keep in mind that the Cougars have a game in hand because of their postponement against JMU. If they close out the regular season strong, they could shake up the tournament seeding. But it starts with good guard play for the Cougars. When Nola Henry and Darian Huff are pushing the ball and making good passes, it creates big opportunities for Jackie Luna Castro and Kelsey Booth. And when the Cougars are playing good defense, they are so quick that they can easily score in transition. The Blue Hens, on the other hand, have dropped 3 of their last 4 games, but those losses have come against JMU, Drexel, and Elon, and they've missed the veteran presence of Jody Sawyer, who's been out with an injury. One of the keys on Friday will be something head coach Tina Martin has stressed all season long. Delaware needs to minimize mistakes, especially on the defensive end of the floor. They play a solid zone, which can really slow opponents down with good communication. That worked for them the first time around with CFC, and the Blue Hens will come out in full force on Friday as they try to complete the sweep.
Big weekend for JMU begins on Friday night at 7 on CAA.TV as they visit the DAC to take on Drexel.
This is another pivotal game as James Madison tries to complete the season sweep. Drexel has won 6 of its last 7 entering this one and have been grinding out those wins. The Dragons' success comes from the perimeter, and when they are on, they are very tough to beat. But JMU has the best 3-point defense in the league, so they'll be contesting each shot. If Drexel's shots aren't falling, they'll have to try to go inside, but will run into a tough defender in Delisha Griffin. The junior forward has been one of the driving forces behind JMU's 9-game winning streak. She has a lot of size, she's super aggressive, and rebounds very well, leading the league at almost 10 a game. Her defense, coupled with the blocking and rebounding ability of rookie Kayla Cooper-Williams, make life in the post very tough for opponents.
Yes, it does. And the Dukes wrap up their week with a televised matchup on the American Sports Network as Hofstra comes to Harrisonburg Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock.
9 days ago, these 2 teams met up in Long Island, and JMU posted a big win over Hofstra, who have been undefeated at home. The Pride allowed 71 points to the Duke, just the second time all season that an opponent hit 70, and 34 of those points belonged to Jasmine Guathme. I don't think that's going to happen this time around. Hofstra is a veteran team. They know how to make adjustments. I think we're going to see a different team on the floor on Sunday, especially if Hofstra is able to control the tempo. And fun fact, JMU's last home conference loss was to Hofstra. These ASN viewers are in for a treat.
Yes, they are. And now here's a look at the rest of this week's action around CAA women's basketball.
Anything can happen. Everybody knows what's on the line. It's a chance to go to the NCAA tournament.
You got everybody in the same venue fighting for one thing. Everyone's just gloves off and let's go.
The madness of March is back at the Showplace Arena. The 2016 CAA Women's Basketball Tournament returns to Upper Marlboro, Maryland, March 9th through the 12th. 10 teams, each vying to cut down the nets on the way to the NCAA Tournament. Experience the excitement. Visit CAAsports.com for tickets and championship information.
CAAsports.com will have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video, and audio coverage.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CAA Sports, and we're also on Twitter at CAA Basketball using the hashtag CAA Hoops.
The CAA.TV crew was on campus last week at the College of Charleston. You can check out the sights, sounds, and highlights from our coverage last week on our CAA Sports Overtime blog, and be sure to check out this week's full court press feature on the Cougars' Jackie Luna Castro on caasports.wordpress.com.
She's the only second person I've ever met from Idaho. She says potato. I say potato too.
Yeah, I do too. Long trip from Idaho out to Charleston too.
That's true.
Quick turnaround for the CAA.TV crew this week as we conclude this season's on-campus series in Williamsburg. Stay tuned to CAAsports.com and the official CAA Sports blog, CAA Overtime, for highlights, analysis, and tune in next week for our In Focus feature on the Tribe. That is all from us today. We will see you here next week for another edition of CAA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. Enjoy the games, everyone.